Right guys, I thought this tosspot would evaporate like a fart in the wind, but instead he hangs around like an eggy fart in a spacesuit thanks to the media. We are of course talking about Charlie Mullins, Pound Shop Rod Stewart, or just Shit Rod for short. This Pimlico plumber's ponce, as you know, is top of the ranks when it comes to medical fascist. Shit, his plumbing company now has a no jab, no job policy in place, something I hope that gets him taken to the cleaners in court over. Oh, and let's not forget he also said this a fair few months ago now in relation to unvaccinated people not being allowed to walk down the bloody street.
We need to make sure and roll out the situation that we have the vaccine passport. No more talking about it. No more pussyfooting about with it. Let's get it moving. Let's get a government scheme out there and let's get everybody working on it as soon as possible. 2 or 3 months ago, I came up with the idea, no jab, no job. And that's something we're carrying out at Pimlico Plumbers. Nobody's going to come and work for us unless they've had the vaccine and they've got proof that they've had it. We're not going to send engineers out to customers' houses once the vaccine is properly rolled out unless they've had the vaccine. So for me, it's a no-brainer. From a business point of view, it's a must. Without proof of the vaccine, you can't go into a pub, club, restaurant, gymnasium, anywhere at all. You can't travel, theatre. You can't even go into work. I mean, personally, I have to say, I don't even think that we should allow people on the streets unless they've had the vaccine.
Yep, he said that while sitting in the Costa del Sol with himself being unvaccinated, and as far as I know, that is still the case to this day. Well, for some unknown reason, GB News decided to get this snivelling shitweasel on the show to spout his usual bullshit, which now he wants to stop the unvaccinated getting a job full stop, travelling, or even getting the government's furlough money, which could well end up being the universal basic income we'll all be force-fed. Oh, and this prize-winning cunt can't even say pandemic properly, let's be honest. He calls it a panademic or whatever the fuck it is. Here, you know what? Take a listen to it for yourself.
Right, so that we've lost in care homes through the pandemic for over 40,000. Why would you put elderly people at risk or vulnerable people at risk just because a few people are not prepared to have the jab? They keep going on about human rights and all this nonsense. The world's changed. We need to get everybody jabbed. It should be no job, no jab, no job, no travel if you've not had the jab. It should give them no of the furlough money if they've not had the jab. I know it's not what people want to hear, but we need to stop pussyfooting around. It's the only option we've got at the moment to get through the pandemic. Why are we all against it? Or not all against it, but why are these people just causing a big scream up over nothing?
Now obviously that shows that this cretin is a piece of work and should move the camera back a little bit, because it being that close up made it kinda look like a suntan soggy scrotum was talking to the camera, not the tosspot we all know that he is. But I have to say, I love how he says human rights and all that nonsense. The world has now changed. What has it fucking changed to, you idiot? A medical dictatorship with the rankarati fuckpigs like you dictating what people can and can't do in life. Let me tell you now, you can go and fuck yourself, shit rod. The world has only changed in your little mind, nowhere else. Because from what I can tell, most people on both sides of the vaccine debate are against this sort of medical apartheid he is supporting here. Shit, Jeremy Vine found this out when he tried to shape the narrative the other day, towards blaming the unvaccinated for extending the lockdown. As I covered, it failed miserably because most people are not scumbags like Shitrod clearly is. I mean, imagine saying the crap on TV that Shitrod did here. It's incredible, or it would have been a year or so ago. Nowadays, the media love it and promote it, as you can see. Obviously, I think I speak for most of the country when I say, Shitrod, you can go and fuck yourself on this one. Much like Brexit, you're on the wrong side of the debate once again. Now, before I go, guys, remember my website is linked down below for you to check out if you have not already. It's free to sign up and use, with forums, groups, and much more like live streams coming soon. Obviously, my BitChute and Odyssey links are also down there for you to support me on should I be shit-canned by YouTube, which is also the reason for the website. Like I said, check it out in the description if you have not already.
Well,